Yo, it's the MOPOWERZ, and we are BACKAGAIN in the basement on a Friday, fantastic summer night, staying sucker free. And if this is your first time watching the MOPOWERZ, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. And tonight conversation on this live, the question of the night, the evening, are all white people devils? I'm going to answer that question. But what do you think? But before we get started, I would love for you to press that subscribe button right now. Make this video go viral, you all. And let me say something in the building here. For my people that's out there. And the reason that I'm talking about the situation is because I was asked the question, not from a black person, but from a Caucasian. And I'm going to get off the color thing, black, white, and things like that, because that's not who we really are. We're not colors. We are a people. If you're a Caucasian, you're a Caucasian. If you're Egyptian, you're Egyptian. If you're African, you're African. If you are Italian, you're Italian. If you're Arab, you're Arab. In fact about it, that's how we were educated and educated the world at one point. But that changed. As rulers changed, things changed. But to answer your question, no. Just from my spectrum, all white people are not devils. All white people are not devils. Now, I know that in the Nation of Islam, they teach you, in fact about it, Elijah Muhammad taught that all white people are devils. And then at one point or another, he switched it and told Louis Farrakhan to call him no longer the devil, but call him the enemy. Well, let me ask you a question. If you were thinking, outside the box, because in the nation, at times you will be placed in a box mentally, just like any other institution of religion. It's a box. And in this box, in the nation, and how they taught people that all white people are devils, yet Elijah Muhammad was being funded by philanthropists, and he was a white dude, a Caucasian. So Elijah Muhammad received money and funding from the devil. A lot of his proceeds came from the devil. Each year, the devil gave the Nation of Islam money, lots of money. In fact about it, when you go to the doctor, when you have an emergency, you've been shot, you've been stabbed, you broke your leg, you broke your arm, you broke your back, or your blood pressure has went sky high through the roof, and you go through the emergency room, who do you see? Who do you see? A Caucasian. Is he a devil? You going to the devil to save your life? Who's out there? Oh, what's up, Harold? Shouts out to Harold P Monroe out there, you all. One of my faithful viewers. Thumbs up to you. I appreciate you. And I hope that you too get something out of this live. And what do you think, Harold? Let me ask you that question. Seeing that you've tuned in, do you think that all white people are devils? Do you think that? What you say? Not all white people. No, I agree with you. All white people are not. All white people are not. When you go and look for a job, when you go and look for a job, 9 times out of 10, who's going to be your employer? Who's actually going to be running or owns the business that you are looking to fill out an application at? The devil or a Caucasian? Now, if the devil is the Caucasian, then who is God? Who is God? Is God black? Is God white? Is God Chinese? Is God Puerto Rican? I'm just saying. And further, I'm going to go further on the note in the Nation of Islam, because they teach you that all white men are devils. Now, for my brothers that's out there that's in the Nation of Islam, when you get in a car accident and you go to the hospital out south here in Chicago, who you going to go see? Who are you going to go see? You may have a black intake worker. You even may have a black doctor. Black doctors do exist. Excuse me. African doctors, ancient Egyptian doctors, you know, yeah, we do exist, but we are far and few. We are far and few. And if you're not seeing a Caucasian, you're seeing some brother from India, right? But you're looking for them to save your life, yet you prescribe to the theology or philosophy that all white people are devils. Let me tell you something. In fact about it, my main sponsors who helped me and encouraged me, most of them on a personal business and personal level, yeah, are Caucasians. Are Caucasians. Why is that? I can be talking to someone there who looks just like me, another ancient Egyptian, and you know what? They won't even press the subscribe button. I'm standing there talking to them. We ain't got time. I ain't got time for you, brother, right now. And look crazy at you when you ask them, do they have a phone? And do they use social media? And you can be, coming to them intelligently. But I guarantee you, if I ask them, man, can I see your phone and look at this video about, Lil Baby or T.I. or something, here you go. Or some stripper. Sad, but true. Sad, but true. Now, when I was a kid, I got chased home from school. I used to have to fight Caucasian children all day, every day, because I went to a Caucasian school for 2 years. And I was 10 years old. And one day, when you miss that bus, because you was bussed out there, and bust back, yeah. And if you just happen to have missed that bus, you get chased. You get chased. Yeah. And you know what's sad? What's real sad is that as I got older when I was in high school, because the high school that I went to Foreman. Yeah. And that's on the north side in a Caucasian neighborhood. And guess what? When I was in the hood and I got suspended, guess who was chasing me? Some ancient Egyptians, some black people was chasing me. Why? Because they were gangbangers, devils. And they weren't Caucasian devils. I was being chased by African devils. Huh? What you say here, brother? Definitely Caucasian. Yeah, most definitely. So, what about those people who chased me in the hood? Are they devils? Or was God chasing me through the hood? I got chased in the Caucasian neighborhood. I got chased in the hood with the so-called gods. They didn't know they gods, but, and, So, are all white people devils? I think that when you close your mind or you get inside of a box and you accept that theology or you subscribe to that theology, you cut yourself short out of opportunities that you would probably never have dealing with someone looking like you. Why? What do we have? What do we have? We don't own anything. And all of that is not the Caucasian fault. All of that is not the Caucasian fault, because we as a whole right now, we are the richest slaves ever. We are the richest slaves ever. And we don't own anything. Many of us don't even own the automobile that we're driving because we're still paying car notes. We don't own the apartment or house that we stay in. We're renting or option to buy. Okay? We don't own nothing. We don't have a business that, or businesses that we can go to even employ our own people. Just not our people, any people. How about that? We don't have any businesses to employ any people. Sad, but true. You have children, mixed kids around America. Black father, white mama, black mama, white daddy. Yeah. So those children, what are they? What are they? Are they half devil, half God? Like, what are they? Furthermore, just to dig into some more lessons that take place in the Nation of Islam that potentially brainwashes the student. They tell you that the white man is the devil, yet they say they got their teachings from a white Arab. And an Arab is nothing but a white man. He's just an Arab, but he's white. I'm just saying. Master Farad Muhammad is a white Arab. Now, and his mama was supposed to have been a white lady and his daddy a black man, but yet if the dominant gene succeeds the lesser gene, then why is it that Master Farad Muhammad doesn't look like he has any black in him? Or ancient Egyptian or African. Doesn't look like he has any blackness in him. Excuse me, ancient Egyptian. And we really have to get away from calling people or thinking or placing people in a box of crayons. Yeah, because right now we as a society are like a box of crayons, and that's how we use language towards each other. We say he's black. We say he's white. Okay? When neither one is true. I'm brown. I'm brown. And most of those white people that you call white are pink. I'm just saying. All of those people who kill one another in the hood, you know, those young black men that shoot other black men, are they the devil? I mean, you are what you execute, correct? Not only what you eat, but that which you execute. Because that which you execute is based upon what? Your actions, right? Now, with those examples that I gave you in regards to the Nation of Islam, I'm going to give you another one. All of these black conscious people out here in YouTube, all of these black conscious people say that the white man is the devil. Well, if you are a big YouTuber and you are an African, who pays you? The devil? If you got 5,000 subscribers, 20,000. If you got 20,000 subscribers and you got, 100,000 views, who pays you? So is all white people really devils? In fact about it, the white people, the Caucasians who rule this society, yes, they are evil, most definitely devilish. But all Caucasians are not devils. In fact about it, you have to remember, those people whom you see as white people, crackers, whatever you want to call them, look at it this way. They too have been programmed. They too have been programmed just like you. They've been programmed, many of them, the conservative people, the Karens and Kens of the world have been programmed to think that you are their enemy and that they are actually superior to you, when in fact that is false. But that's how they've been programmed, because of the way we have been socially engineered and the way that this man who runs the country, the world, the devil runs the world, and the Caucasian runs the world. The Caucasian male. The Caucasian male. You have to remember that white men educated the white women, right? So she was his first student. She drank the Kool-Aid first. She drank the Kool-Aid first because she was a direct descendant from him, and that was, his people. So he taught his people to be that way, to rule evilly, to think evilly of someone who doesn't fit their hue, because in reality, they are the minority, not the majority. They are the minority worldwide, the Caucasian. And yes, those who rule, including the Jews, he's Caucasian. Yeah, some of them are very, very evil, nasty scoundrels. Do some things that you can't even wrap your brain around. And they do it every day. In fact, they do it to you every day with laws, with what's going on in the air, in your water, in your food. The Caucasian does that. But your next door neighbor, Caucasian, if you have a neighbor that's a Caucasian, they're not putting the poison in your food. In fact about it, had it not been the poison teaching of the male Caucasian to the female Caucasian, should be totally different. In fact about it, I find from personal experience that Caucasian females really like ancient Egyptians. Like me. They do. And the evidence of that is that you have all of these mixed children running around the earth, especially here in America. The great melting pot. However, if you want to look at how a utopia would be and how it should be, just look at children in a classroom of all ethnic backgrounds. You may have a Chinese, you may have a black kid, an ancient Egyptian kid, you may have a Caucasian kid, you may have a kid from Russia, Iraq. And when you put these kids together in the classroom, do you see how they respond and react and interact with each other? Like there's no worry, there's no care. because they haven't been tainted in this world by the dumb nonsense, the ill teachings. I want to say the bullshit, okay? The bullshit that they put in your head growing up in the system of America. Think about that. Children have more sense than many adults. When you see junkies on the street, in the hood, if you live in the hood, you'll find white junkies, Caucasian junkies, ancient Egyptian junkies, Hispanic junkies, all come to the hood to get some drugs. Are those Caucasians who are junkies just like the other junkies, are they devils? Because it seems to me they tend to get along. They tend to get along. They don't, they're on the same thing. And they're not bothering anybody. They're just trying to cop. What you say here? Most definitely we do single each other, okay? Hey, look, let me get my glasses, yo. Hold on. All right, let me see what you're saying here. True facts. Most definitely we do single each other out. All the same crayon boxes. Hey, look, I mess with the devil. Hey, look, I mess with the devil are a lot of different platforms. Huh? Okay, I'm trying to read what you're saying, brother. I even had to go get my, my bifocals, bro. I don't wear bifocals, but they transitionals. I gotta get some other ones. I'm waiting. Anyway, yeah. I mean, you have black men that have white women. You have black men who have white women, and those Caucasian women are down for those ancient Egyptians or Africans. I really have to get out of that colored crayon box for real, because it's a habit. Because what? I was programmed that way. Like I said, man, what color is your skin? Does that look black to you, man? Huh? Johann Blumenbach did that, German dude, okay? With the color scenario, Johann, yeah, the Caucasian dude. But he did it because of a system that they were setting up. They had to set up a system in order to rule, and they chose to rule it that way. They chose to rule it that, you all white or nothing. You're all white or nothing is how they set up the system. What you say here? YouTube, man, I'm not like I got like the platforms around two for reading. Harold Monroe, I want to thank you out there. If you all are out there, say something in the comment section. Say something in the comment section. What do you think? Do you think that all white people are devils? Me, no. But I tell you, the average white person, the average Caucasian person, they're not going to harm you. They're not going to harm you. Now, if you want to go to Sparta, Mississippi somewhere, or Lynchburg, South Carolina, or some small town in Indiana, yeah, there's some chances that you're going to run into some hillbillies that may want to do something to you. Somewhere down in Texas as well. All over the world has places like that, and it's just not Caucasians. Like I said, you can go right here in Chinatown, in Chicago, and man, back in the day, we got chased in Chinatown, out of Chinatown, on bikes when we was teenagers. Real talk. Now, are those Chinese devils? Anybody who does evil is devils. And yes, the majority of people who run this country have programmed everybody's mind to be on their agenda, even people who look like me. And maybe that's why we kill each other, because we've been taught to hate ourselves. We were taught, programmed to hate ourselves. And with all of the nigga music, makes it very easy for the KKK police to cut your TV off. If you call yourself nigga, how do you expect him to feel? But yes, many of them, yeah, they're devils. But you add to the fire personally with that which you're contributing through your music. That's keeping it a buck. But like I said, think about that. If all Caucasians, if all white people are devils, we are in trouble, serious trouble. And if all white people were devils, there would be no black people on this earth today, because they are in power. You have some white people, some Caucasian people who help you against this evil monster. They fight with you against their own brother. Against their own brother. What do you think the Civil War was about? Huh? I'm just saying. If all white people are devils, it's safe to say that Frederick Douglass would have never got his freedom, because it was Caucasian people who helped him purchase his freedom. They gave him the money to purchase his freedom. Caucasians gave him money so that he can be free from their brothers, the other Caucasian. I'm just saying. For all of these big platform YouTubers out there who are pro-black and, you know, white man's the devil, what are we doing together? What are we doing together? Do we have any hospitals? Do we have any pharmacies? Hell, we don't even have a grocery store. You understand? Huh? So you mean to tell me that you have to go to the devil to feed yourself? Really? But all white people are the devils, but you have to go to their grocery stores to feed yourself. I know what you're saying. It's all about money. Okay, well, they really don't need your money. They own everything. We spend over $1 trillion a year collectively, and we still don't own anything. Anything. So it's safe to say that every time, even reparations, right? Even reparations, right? Who we got to see? Who do we have to see? We know that he ain't right. We know that he ain't right. And I'm talking about those who are in power, who have rule over you. All of these other average Caucasian people, no. Like I said, I will have, in my position, in the places that I go and where I hang out at, if I need some help, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, a Caucasian is going to give me some help before somebody that looks like me is going to give me some help. That's just keeping it 100. You can take it or leave it, like it or not like it, I don't care. It's actual facts. And like I said, follow those conscious community people out there. Whose platform you on? And all of those boxes of dollars that you get every month, right? You get that from the devil, right? I'm just saying, think about that. I'm not saying that they're not evil white people, because there is. I just, went over that. But all white people are not devils. And if you really want to know how it should be, just look at children in a classroom. Look at 5-year-old, 6 years old, 7 years old in the classroom. I do it all the time. I have white, I have Caucasian friends. And like I said, some of them are my biggest sponsors, my biggest encouragers. Wow. Why is that? So, is the devil encouraging me to do better? Is the devil sponsoring me to do better? I'm just saying. When you're a child, you think as a child. And when you raise your level of consciousness, you'll be able to think outside the box. And you too will get a whole different spectrum of who people are. I'm just saying. Think about that. Put that in your Rolodex and smoke it. It's your brother, the MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is power. Thanks for viewing. Leave your comments in the comment section. Are all white people devils? My answer is no. Leave yours in the comment section. Remember, it's your third eye that makes you shine like jewelry. Peace out.